Zamfara State NSCDC partners Svtv to intensify security measures. Koreari Group donates relief materials worth 2.1 million naira to IDPs in Gusau. Sokoto State University commenced admission into postgraduate programs. On business, 10 naira per litre excess duty will hurt output revenues. And on the international scene, United Nations reappoints Nigeria's Amina Mohammed as Deputy Secretary General. And in sport, Morocco begins 2021 AFCON guest with win against Ghana. Hello there, welcome to Standard Voice News Channel. I am Fozie Ibrahim. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps Zamfara State Command has keyed into partnerships with the Road Transport Employees Association of Nigeria, Zamfara State Chapter, in the fight against insecurity, crimes and terrorism in the state. The state commandant of the NSCDC AA Spark stated this during familiarization visit by the delegates of the retain, commanding them for implementing the dreams and vision of the state government in making sure that the state is purged of all forms of crime and insecurity. This was contained in a statement by the command spokesperson, DSC Aiko Uche, saying that the commandant charged the officials of the retain to always improve security personnel in all facets of their operations and also to avail the Corps with intelligence reports with a view to prevent movement of illicit items across the state. Mr. A.A. Sparks, therefore, assured the association of the command's professional assistance in order to achieve desired goals and the fight against insecurity, which has been the vision and dream of the state government. In his remarks, the delegates of the retain led by Aminu Shehu Danfulani thanked the commandant for the promised support, extolling the activities of the NSCDC, its contributions as well in the fight against insecurity and criminalities in the state. A Koreari group known as Say Yes to Shehi for Positive Change has donated 2.1 million naira foodstuff and clothing materials to internally displaced persons, IDPs, across Gusau local government area of Zamfara State. The materials include bag of rice, millet, pairs of clothing materials, which have been distributed to over 300 internally displaced persons residing at Saminaka area in Gusau Metropolis. Presenting the palliatives to benefiting IDPs, chairman of the group Alhaji Ma'az Yusuf Dangaladima said the gesture was deemed necessary as part of the group's corporate social responsibilities in order to ease hardship being experienced by the displaced persons. Speaking further, Dangaladima said similar programs were carried out in IDPs taking shelter in Talata Mafa and Anka local government area of the state. In his remarks, after the distribution of the palliatives, the scribe of Saminaka area, Alhaji Lukman Garabatela Gusau, expressed appreciation for the gesture and further prayed Allah to reward members of the group. The Kebbi State College of Health Science and Technology, JEGA, will soon introduce degree and high diploma programs. This was made known by the provost of the college, Malam Saadu Haruna Shua, while answering questions from newsmen on the activities of his institution in Jiga Town recently. Alhaji Saadu said the National Board of Technical Education has approved some courses for the college as well as NBTE, in collaboration with some reputable universities, will soon introduce degree and high diploma programs for the college. He described the college as the best among its sister institutions across the country in terms of academic performance and discipline. He said the institution has placed discipline and hard working as its watchword for both staff and student, while academic performance, like every other institution of learning, has been inculcated in rating students. According to him, they hold academic performance as the first yardstick before graduation certificates are issued, adding that a person who will be trained to handle human life must definitely be given the best out of the learning process. The strike embarked by the tricycle operators in Kano has left passengers stranded due to a shortage of means of transportation. Newsmen who monitor the situation report that many people have resolved to trek in the metropolitan areas. In many areas of the state visited, people were seen stranded in different bus stops within the metropolitan local government. The tricycle operators were agitating that the 8,000 naira imposed as operational permit for each operator was too high. They were seeking to review of the permit price. The managing director of Kano Road Traffic Agency, Alhaji Baffa Babba Dan Agundi, said the government was spending a huge amount of money in building the infrastructure, security, and other facilities the tricycle operators are enjoying. Hence, measures needed to be imposed in ensuring that revenue was derived for the maintenance of the infrastructure and enhancing security. But for Babadan Agundi added that the government has concluded agreements for provident mass buses for transportation geared toward alleviating the suffering of the people. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC) said it has sent letter to state to alert the authorities on the disturbing trend of Lassa fever outbreak in the country. In its latest situation report on the disease published recently, the agency revealed that a total of 102 infected people died from the disease in 2021. A breakdown of the report on week 52, which covers December 27, 2021 to January 2nd, 2022, showed that 3 new deaths were recorded. In week 52, the number of new confirmed cases decreased from 29 in week 51, 2021 to 28 cases which were reported from Ondo, Edo, Bauchi, Kaduna, Taraba, and the Federal Capital Territory. Cumulatively, from week 1 to week 52, 2021, 102 deaths have been reported with a case fatality rate of 20%, which is lower than the CFR of the same period in 2020. In total, for 2021, 17 states have recorded at least one confirmed cases across 68 local government areas. The predominant age group affected, according to the NCDC, is 21 to 30 years, while the male to female ratio for confirmed cases is 1 to 0.9. It, however, indicated that the number of suspected cases decreased compared to the figures reported to the same period in 2020. The Sokoto State University commenced postgraduate programs. Applications are therefore invited for suitable qualification candidates for admission into postgraduate programs for the 2021/2020 academic session beginning 15th February 2022, leading to the award of postgraduate diplomas, master's, and doctorate degrees. All candidates for admission into postgraduate program must provide record of academic transcript and must have met matriculation requirements. Candidates for admission into PhD programs must have a master's degree in relevant areas with CGPA of not less than 3.0 on a scale of 5.0. Candidates for admission into master's degree program must have a minimum of second-class lower degree in the relevant areas, postgraduate diploma or third-class degree with at least 5-year cognate work experience from any recognized university may be considered. While candidates for admission into postgraduate diploma programs should possess higher national diploma with a minimum of lower credits in relevant areas. Candidates are to apply online on www.pgs.ssu.edu.ng. Further details will be obtained on the university's website, and candidates are to submit their application on or before 28 February 2022. President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday met behind closed door with the national leader of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC), Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, at the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, Abuja. Although the agenda of the meeting is not known, newsmen learned that the disagreement on the delay to fix a definite date for the APC National Convention was the focus. Tinubu is believed to be a strong contender of the APC presidential ticket ahead of the 2023 election. Last Friday, chairman of the Northern Governors Forum and the governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong, met the president over the coming convention. Shortly after the meeting, the APC caretaker chairman and governor of Yobe State, Maimala Buni, also met with the president over what sources said the current development on the party convention. APC members have been expressing concern over the coming convention, and pressures has also been mounted on the party's leadership over the delay in the conduct of the conventions slated for February 2022. And on business, Audio Jungle. The introduction of excess duty of 10 naira per litre on non-alcoholic carbonated and sweetened beverages by the federal government will likely cause a 0.43% contraction in output and about 40% drop in total industry revenues in the next 5 years. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, which made this known while reacting to last week's introduction of excess duty of 10 naira per litre on non-alcoholic carbonated and sweetened beverages, said the revenue aspiration of government in introducing the policy may not be justified in the long run. MAN Director General Mr. Shegun Ayaji Kadri said the corresponding effort of reduced industry revenue on government is estimated to be up to 142 billion naira contraction in value-added tax raised by the sector and 54 billion naira CIT reduction between 2022 to 2025. Saying this is not to mention the potential negative impact on manufacturers/supply chain. And on the international scene,
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Monday formalized his prior announcement that Mrs. Amina Mohammed of Nigeria will continue in her role as Deputy Secretary General during his second term for another 5 years. In delegating development coordination to Mohammed, the Secretary General set in motion the most ambitious reform in the history of the UN development system. Guterres on June 18, 2021, took the oath of office for his second term, 5-year term as Secretary General of the UN, pledging his priority to continue helping the world chart a course out of the COVID-19 pandemic. After he took his oath of office, Guterres announced that Mohammed will continue to serve with him for a second term that runs from January 2022 to December 2026. Guterres expressed his appreciation for the Deputy Secretary General leadership of the UN Sustainable Development Group and her determination to reinforce collective results and maximize the impact of the UN's development system on the ground. Prior to first assuming her role as Deputy Secretary General in January 2017, Mohammed served as Minister of Environment of the Federal Government of Nigeria and Special Advisor to Secretary General Ban Ki-moon on post-2015 development planning. And on sports, Morocco's forward Sofiane Boufal celebrates after scoring a 1-0 goal win over Ghana during the African Cup of Nations 2021 football match at Ahmadou Adjio Stadium in Yaoundé on January 10, 2022. Forward Sofiane Boufal scored in the 83rd minute to hand the Atlas Lions their first win at the biannual football tournament in Cameroon. The Moroccans dominated much for the Group C encounter but could not find a way through. But Boufal, the Angers man, pounced into a loose ball and fired his nation into the lead. The North Africans were able to hold on for the rest of the game. With the win, Morocco now sits top of the group, pending the outcome of the game between Gabon and Comoros. Morocco is ranked second and Ghana 8th in Africa, and both former champions are considered potential winners of the 24th SAM tournament. It is 46 years since Morocco won the Cup of Nations for the only time, and the latest champion began without their best-known player, Chelsea midfielder Hakim Ziyech. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. Zamfara State NSCDC partners Svtv to intensify security measures. Koreari Group donates relief materials worth 2.1 million naira to IDPs in Gusau. Sokoto State University commenced admission into postgraduate programs. On business, 10 naira per litre excess duty will hurt output revenues. And on the international scene, United Nations reappoints Nigeria's Amina Mohammed as Deputy Secretary General. And in sport, Morocco begins 2021 AFCON guest with win against Ghana. That's the news. Thanks for watching. I'm Fozia Ibrahim. Do have a nice day.